Dear friends, welcome to this week's edition of the Inspired Parsha. This week we have the incredible privilege to read through Parshat Vayeilech. And like every Parsha in the Torah, there's so many beautiful, rich Torah ideas, especially in the Hasidic world. But I just want to focus on one pasuk, one verse. This is in Deuteronomy chapter 31, verse 14. It's coming towards the end of Moshe Rabbeinu, Moses, our teacher's life. And the pasuk says, Vayomer Hashem, God said El Moshe to Moshe, Hein karvu yamecha lamus. Behold, your days are approaching for you to die. The question is, why is it written in a strange way? It could have just said that, you're coming to the end of your life. Instead, it writes in a strange way, behold, your days are approaching for you to die. What's the explanation? Well, the Torah doesn't waste words. Why did it write in such in such a strange way? So there's a beautiful idea from the Sfas Emes, the great Hasidic Rebbe, the Ger Rebbe. He says something beautiful. He says that it means that he spent every day living life to its fullest, so that when he would come at the end of his life, the days would be like his companion. The days that he lived life fully would come as his companion and greet him and bring him to the next world, because he lived each day to its fullest. He lived each day bringing the Jewish people closer to God, bringing himself closer to God, doing God's will. That's the way to live. That's the way to live. He utilized his days. If there's one thing in the world that we can never get back, it's time. Right? Everything else we could usually get back. Even money. If we lose a lot of money, we could try and remake the money. But time, once time slips away, you can't get that time back. Moshe Rabbeinu, Moses, our teacher, became so great, became who he was because he utilized every moment that he had. Right? He brought himself to reach his potential because he recognized the importance of time. And up until the very last day, he was doing things, fulfilling God's will, trying to bring the Jewish people closer to Hashem, to God. This is the way to live, and of course it's a tall order for all of us. Every one of us, we have our struggles, we have our laziness days, we have days when we don't feel like doing anything. And of course, everyone needs their downtime. Everyone needs days, vacation, whatever it might be, time to unwind. But the question is, of course, what do we do with that time? Is that time just meant to be that we're just there to unwind and that's the be-all and end-all, and then it just becomes a life living of just always living constantly to unwind? Or is it that we use the time that we unwind to recharge ourselves so that we can then go on after we're done recharging, we can go on to continue to fulfill our mission, to continue to bring ourselves and others closer to God, to live out each of our days fully. That's true living. That's true living. There's a well-known expression that you only live once. But the real truth is, it's not totally true. You only die once. But living every day that you wake up in the morning is a chance to live again, a chance to fulfill your potential, a chance to renew your spiritual self, to bring yourself and others closer to God. Every day is a chance to live again. This is the message of these words. I always like to end off with a bracha, a blessing. May we all live each day fully. Right? We all take this message of Moshe Rabbeinu, of Moses, our teacher, that he lived each day so fully that the days approached him. The days were his companion and came with him when it was time to leave this world, to escort him into the next world. That's the way to live. That's the way to live. Again, the bracha, the blessing is that we live each day fully, meaningfully for the coming year so that we all reach our potential. And of course, there's a beautiful message for this time of year between Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur when we're working on self-growth, to really live each day fully. And with that, we'll reach our potential. Wishing everyone here a wonderful Shabbos Kodesh. Thank you so much for listening.